You there yet? Yeah, there we go. Hey everybody, I'm Rob the Builder. Can we build it? Yes, we can. Hey David, how you doing? Now, today, sorry I wasn't on yesterday. Sorry I wasn't on yesterday. What the hell is that? Anywho, sorry I wasn't on yesterday. I sort of woke up late. Yada 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 yada. Wasn't feeling too flash. I won't go into the play-by-plays. I'm sure you get the gist. Anyhow, today we are doing more on the B-17, and what I want to do today is just close up the gaps on our fuselage and wings. Oh, hey, Big Racer, how you doing? And I finally found my bottle of this stuff. Now, this is a lot of people swear by this. I've had varying success with it. Look, if gluing doesn't work, I have a cunning plan, kids. Yes, I do. So, after all, and I've checked how well the wings go onto the fuselage. That is one thing I am happy about, and can actually even show you as we go along with the program. Now, without continuing to waffle, which I am prone to, I am aware. Light goes on. Ding. Coffee goes in. Oh, yeah. And ding. Alrighty. And around you come. Now. Huh. Now. Got to be a bit careful with you. There's so many things on this kit that you've got to be careful about not knocking. Anyway, the wings will go on quite happily. Give me a moment. There we go. Boom. So that's one thing there that I've checked, and all is well. And the other one is just as cooperative. So that's at least something. That is good stuff. What is not good stuff is that we have a whopping great seam there that is just ugly as all hell. So what I'm thinking, is you can see that that's going to go together, and I'm wondering, certainly along here, whether with an application of the thin glue, we can at least get that going together nice and tight. This, we might have a similar, if I can just go here, you might have some luck with, but I think I'm best off starting down here and maybe up the front here too. Let's see if that goes any. Maybe. Can't hurt to give it a whirl. You get the idea. That is the initial plan, and we'll be doing similar sort of stuff. Now, what's the undercarriage like? That I haven't. See, the underside's pretty nice as far as it needs painting, but that's. Oh, here we go. There's a bit of love we can get. Give that a bit of love, and in fact, here we go. Tail and there. If I pull that across, that's going to make a big diff. All right, and then that will help. Yeah, here we go. So there's lots of little bits like that we're going to be looking at. Now, to that end, good people. Here is our glue. And as I said, to my understanding, this stuff Matter of seconds is the drill. So let's see how we go. I'll be needing to touch up the paintwork pretty heavily, but that's okay. Get in there. There we go. That's where I want you. Let's hold. Deedly. So how are we all? I know, man. Breaking my balls. That's what it is. It's breaking my balls. But you know, I mean, I took pictures before I sealed it. So at least I can show the detail that is inside. But yeah, it's a bit unkind, you got to say. Such is life. Now, let us see. Rubbing. Yeah. But yeah, on the plus side, when people do look, I mean, let's see if you can. You can sort of through there, sort of. Yeah, this blue isn't quite doing what I'd hope it's. Oh, actually, maybe. If I can get this portion, then we get down to there. That's curious. Binding there, but not there. So I want to see if I, like I said, I want to see if I can get it down to there. Get my option, if I can't get this to bind, is potentially using crystal clear just to fill the gap. Oh yeah, it's yeah, and let's face it, sometimes it can be a bit like the Bruce Lee movie title, Fisting of Fury. Oh wait, is that the German porn vid? Oh, I lose track of these things. Aha. Now, this is going to be a slowly but surely process, I would think. But if we can achieve that, it will be worth the effort. That's the theory. I reckon, like I said, we can. Just okay. There now. A bit more tricksy. Oh, Jesus. Might want to consider going like that, using a piece of paper rather than bare-fisted. This thing's put a bloody great thumbprint. Memphis Belle, assembled by the Jolly Green Giant. I think this is going to happen. It's, as I said, though, a bit of a process. What I need is some sort of micro clamp so that I don't have to keep hauling like this. How close can I get these? There's going to be some gaps, definitely. That much I'm certain of. But you can work with that. Yeah, that's as close as I'm going to get that at the moment. I'm going to give the underside a crack because that's going to, is in the front here. But I think it's going to be crystal clear time very shortly. Yeah, all right, let's hit this side. Actually, you know, with that one, I would consider actually even going heavy glue right into there. Oh, hey, Johan, how you doing? Sorry, I didn't only just seen you there. Yeah, such are the trials and tribulations of scale modelling, mate, as we all know. Now, come here, you. Oh, no. Yeesh. That's where I want to be, right in there. Get that nice and flat. The brush that is. And right in. And see if we can get into here. Excellent. More. And hold. I tell ya. Well, yeah, I don't know. In some spots, it's great, you know. If you look at how the hang on a moment, I need to and actually, what I'll do, give me a moment. That is coming together slightly. There we go. That's going to be a wee bit easier for me to hold and illustrate what I'm talking about. If you look at it from the viewpoint of the, I've got to put a new steering wheel in there, by the way. How nicely the cockpit fits and most of the front and stuff. It's pretty good, but then there's this ugly seam business. I might have a crack at that. Well, I will have a crack at that. First, we'll wait to see if we can get this, how the bottom's going to come along, so to speak. So, zoom out anyway. So, right. And so all we can really do is just hold for a while. Actually, wait. No, I don't have to. I could put a rubber band. Oh my God. Yeah, no, I don't want to put a. rubber band because of the gun thing there. Hey, oh, I tell you, that is one of the things about it as a kit. Well, not as a kit, as an aircraft. There's so many little bits and bobs hanging off of it that it's when you build it as a kit, you got to make sure you're not knocking stuff off of it all the bloody time. I've already knocked off a gun at the back here, but I can fix that. I have some spare barrels. Not happy, kids. Not happy. That's just shit. Okay. Revell glue is better than that stuff. I'm going to see if I can. So let's get the stuff running. Get the glue running. It's a bit frustrating, as you can imagine, kids, but these are, as I said, the trials and tribulations. Right, see how we go this time. And get a bit of just right. Hopefully that'll do the job. Oh, mate. At the moment, who knows where the line's going to get drawn on this little number, because it's not really caught. The big thing is, of course, it's pretty important that the front be right, because otherwise how's the nose cone going to fit on? Probably not so well. So yeah, the tail's good. I can confirm that this will fit on quite nicely. Boom. Of course, the front is not so nice. See straight through that. Really, kids? Wonder, holding it up here. Where's most of the point? Yeah, hang on. I'm holding it there, and I can narrow it down there. Ah. My theory on that, purely theory, is that if they're closer together, it's going to make it easier for the front parts to be closer together, being that they are the same part. That's the theory. And you know, if I'm doing that, see the glue first. Come on, man. I know you want it. Okay. Doing horrible things to my paintwork. Never mind. Right. let's see how we go. Oh, yeah, nice one. How you doing, by the way? Bob Smith Industries. Interesting. All right. Out of curiosity, pardon me, what is activator? I'm seriously asking, I don't know. Well, it's better, I think. Let's hold for a little longer and pray. Dear, oh dear. When I'm holding it, it's okay. Why aren't you holding? Ah, I see. I'm guessing hobby stores would have this. I think that's as good as it's going to get, which is actually pretty ordinary. Never mind. So this is where we trot out our good friend Crystal Clear. All right, let's do this. Amazon, you reckon? Can you access Smith stuff on online? I don't know, Formaggio. Now, give me a moment. This will fix our gaps. No matter, I'm not really keen to do, but it'll do the job. I prefer there be the kit just goes click. I'm sure we all prefer those outcomes. Never mind. Never mind. You all know the rules. This is the worst things that happens to me on any given day. Is something pertaining to scale modelling. I live in a very pleasant existence. And I'll wipe the excess off. I've got this seam filled. I'll go down around the aircraft for any excessive seams. This. Now, give me a moment while I Alrighty. Now. Just a little touch there. And then we'll come down around there. This will take a little while, and then we'll get onto the wings. I'm probably going to have to go upper area first, let that dry. Under area. Now then. Me. They are. Oh, hey, Daniel. They are a very pretty aircraft. I would have to concur. They are not, however, my favourite bomber of World War II. That jersey goes to the Avro Lancaster. To me, nothing says we're going to punch you in the face like the name Avro Lancaster. Certainly as far as World War II aircraft go, anyway. And my favourite transport is the C-47. And my favourite fighter is the BF-109. And there you have it. But yeah, sorry, you guys can't see what I'm doing there. Let's bring that back to there. Zoom out a bit. There we go. But yeah, it's got to be said, the lines on a B-17 as an aircraft are pretty fucking sexy. Some people might feel that's a bit of an exaggeration, a little taking things a little too far, but I don't. Tell you another very attractive aircraft as far as there's certainly something to behold. The P-51D. There's a beautiful aircraft. And the Spitfire. World War II produced some very attractive aircraft, you know. Might have cost a shitload of lives, but produced some beautiful aircraft. The F4U is a very cool aircraft. I've got a Tamiya kit to build sometime in the next couple of years on that one. I'm going to go on a 109 fest for a bit alongside my Mustangs over the next 12 months. This V-17 will be my last big aircraft for at least 12 months. I'll be doing single-engined aircraft and cars, mostly. That is my plan. Right. Oh, now first, get the excess off. All right. P40, nice. Oh, look, that's one of the things about the links that what I once wanted to do, and to some point still do, is because I've got my dam busters, I've got my B3, which is the most common type of link. I've got S for sugar, that one. That's S for sugar, flew 137 missions, which is not the most, but it's one of the most. And the reason I was particularly keen to build that one is because, well, I'm Australian, and S for sugar is an RAAF crew. So yeah. Anyway, excuse me. And hang on a moment. It's not a good angle to come at that from. The there we go. Oh. What was I waffling about? We were talking about aircraft. No, lost my train of thought. Revell Corsair. Oh, hey, Paul, how are you doing? Lancasters, that's what I was talking about. Yeah, like I said, I got my dam busters, I got my B3. I wanted to do one with the Grand Slam bomb as well. And I know you can get things for that very purpose, to my understanding. You just got to make some adaptations to your. Not what you can get. They're usually made for a specific brand or something that I wouldn't mind doing. But yeah, because the length was used in a lot of those little variant rolls, I wanted to get one of each of those. But that's a lot of Lancaster going on and a lot of storage space required, which is sort of not, well, that's one of my bigger issues. I live in a 2-room apartment. If I had more space, the shit I would build would blow your brain, but never mind. Yeah, anyway, so that is the gaps at the top filled in with crystal clear. So, and then we'll just fill the gaps in. Now, how's this coming down here? Yeah. Grumble, grumble, grumble. We'll let that dry anyway. Now let's have a look at our wings. Sorry guys, we'll see. There's my arm. All right. Wing number 1. Now most of that is actually not bad. I'm not entirely unhappy with that. That can be it's not going to get closer, so we'll use a bit of gap filler there. Most of that's pretty good. Here we go. Here's our conundrum. We can maybe see what we can do with that. That's pretty snug. If I can get that I'll zoom you in for this. Oh, cool. Yeah, I'm good, thank you, mate. I'll tell you something funny about gannets, and it's not the aircraft gannets, as in the actual bird. Every time I see or hear gannet, I'm reminded of the Monty Python bookshop sketch, where the guy doesn't want to. He wants the expurgated version of Olson's Standard Book of British Birds, the one without the gannet. He doesn't like the gannet. It wets their nest. They wet their nests. And every time I hear gannet, consequently. Yeah. Anyway, now that I've finished that, now what I wouldn't mind achieving, or seeing if we can achieve, is getting that to go to there. Then, yeah, we'll see how we roll. We'll see how we rock and or roll. Now, yeah, it's a curious color, the actual olive, the 8th Air Force uses. One thing I do know, or have had said to me about colours, though, is you don't need to get too hung up on them, purely because, depending on a whole range of factors, might look one way or whatever. Now, there's a bit of paintwork here we're going to need to tidy up. But yeah, I like it as a colour. And it enables a good, hang on, let me just hold that. Enables a bit of a contrast with the proper olive drab there. That's actual olive drab green. It's actually a Soviet khaki. I'll zoom out for a moment. So yeah, and that's an SMS paint. One of, give me a moment. In fact, boom shakalaka like a what bamboo. There we go. Light khaki, World War II Soviet, but at the end of the day, you can use colours from other countries just as long as it creates the effect you want. And that was the effect I wanted. All right, and the winner is almost. I reckon this can happen. I'd be happy for that. Yes, I would. Okay, a couple of. Give me a moment. I'm going to give this another crack. This is supposed to be. This stuff is specifically for this sort of cable. So I think. Particularly with the assistance of the rubber band and everything, that would have a better than even chance. Oh, here we go. Interesting. I did not know that, but it makes sense, yeah, because ultimately, of course, I mean, it's a bit like, well, in a lot of ways, because of the need for certain things, other things that you would not necessarily expect to run out or be used were. And as an example, I know that during the preps for Operation Overlord, the amount of aircraft that had to be put or fitted up with invasion stripes was so extensive that in some instances people were using mops and things like that to put the paint on. So ultimately, when you're doing an aircraft with invasion stripes, you don't need to get too hung up on the exact bang, there's that line, bang. You might be more realistic to, or it might be more accurate to, let's see how we go now. Almost. Now, if I can get this to bind, I'll be happy. better. I think I just need to be patient. Oh God, here's a horrible notion. Now, how's that crystal clear I put on dry? It's not dry yet. Really? Interesting. I reckon this is going to take, and I'll be happy for that because that's how it should therefore fit. Then we can start getting the engines on. It's better. I wonder if I can maybe always down. That one's not going. But this one. Oh, that wasn't what I wanted to achieve at all. Get off of there, damn you. Listen, you. There we go. Okay, I think it's better. All right. Now, what's this one like? Similar sort of drill there. Might just be using a bit of filler there, I think. The rest of the wing is pretty nice. Hello, what do we have here? Hello. We'll try and get that a bit closer because I reckon we can. Oh, there's an interesting stat. 3010. Yeah, I can see that. After all, the rest are plebs, old boy. But yeah, I can see that totally. You certainly would want the officers to look shabby now. But yeah, when you've got 3,000 aircraft to do, what do you want? In 2 weeks. Fuck. Yeah. Now, so, that's actually quite an incredible amount if you think about it. Might as well. As let's see how we go, kids. Then, now once I've got this to a point where I might want to consider putting that lid on, hey? Once I've got this dry enough that I can release, we'll have a bit of a look at the assembly instructions. I think the next step is to put the engines in. I think. We'll find out. That used to be one of my, on the topic of let's find out, that used to be one of my former housemates. His line would be chlamydia. Let's find out. Tacky, but kind of funny. Well, yes, there was a war on, but I mean, organisational. But yeah, it's pretty full on. It's an amazing piece of history. The whole thing, not just Overlord, but the whole shebang. Um, I mean, I studied modern European history. I actually did do a subject in Nazi Germany because it was quite fascinating. A little disturbing in points, but hey, and yeah. All right, this is coming along. I'm not entirely unhappy with this. No, I am not. Now, I actually have to put a fuel tank in here because it got knocked out earlier. So we'll do that once this not necessarily on the stream, but we shall. A bit longer. And I might, in fact, will. Actually, you know what? It might be a good way of doing that. I'm going to do some gap filling on this in here. What I'm thinking is I'm going to use crystal clear to fill that gap. That's actually a glue as well. So, my theory being that I can therefore hold that down. Excess. Now, because that's glue and as well that I've just put into that gap, hopefully that will assist in the bind. That's the theory. Oh, is that what they are? No, I'm quite happy to be corrected, mate. My lack of knowledge on what the actual aircraft parts are is quite spectacular. Rest assured on that. I love building them. I find the history fascinating. I know bugger all about the actual mechanics of them. Or the structure. I know wings. I know fuselage. I know wheels. I know guns. I know bombs, I don't even know what these little flappy things are called properly, or how to pronounce them. Aliens, whatever. I know there's something like that. Methodology seems to have worked. Pretty chipper about that. There's there any gaps? A little one. You may as well. While we're here, some of these gaps can be sort of like fixed with paint. Some not. off the excess. Now, there we go, hopefully. And actually, while I'm here, just on the edge here. Something I might also do, maybe tomorrow or the day after. Actually, probably the day after I've done the engines, because there's going to be a bit of glue involved in that. Once I've gotten all that in position, it'll be time to tidy up the paintwork, I reckon. Ah, and they are ailerons, right? Aha, things you learn, kids. Ah, all right. Now, what's this time, Mr. Wolf? Now, the upper area of the fuselage. Actually, you know what? I reckon I can do the underside. I'm just looking at how it's. Yeah, we'll do that. All right. First, we'll get this. All right. That's. I'm good. Now, next. It's just up this end, really, isn't it? All right. All right. So, again, toothpick. I'm going to hold it from that angle, I reckon. Actually, you need to come across that way, don't know really more. Probably a better angle, and into there. Again. Right. Well, actually, we could probably there's something else we can do very shortly. Let's put this on. This gap filled most of the point. Is we can put the tail cover on. that is an unhappy fit there. How much is it absorbing? There we go. Off the excess. All right. Now, all right. So, if we could have all that set. All right. I'll position it like that. I can put the tail gunner on. So I may as well. Now, I've got to say they're given a fairly smooth operation for that. And it'll just go click like that. Which is a wee bit swishy noise. So, let's do it. Just a moment, just trying to decide where. That's how I'll go about it. Put the ball on the inside of the rim there. All right, now. Okay, so once we've got that done, I might just have a quick gander at the assembly instructions and decide what our plan will be for tomorrow. If it's a thing of engines going on, we'll probably do the engines and paint or touch up the underside. Paint. Because the engine shouldn't take that long, you would hope. Right, use of that wonderful optimistic phrase, shouldn't take that long. Which is, of course, a phrase that is fraught with peril. I should probably go. All right. Lid on. And yeah, that's a bit nice. All right. So there's our tail gunner in position. Oh, hey, how you doing, Christian? Okay, now I've been filling gaps. We've filled that one in. These are still got to dry. Once this is dry, we'll paint it's filled with crystal clear. So it'll dry clear, and then we just paint over it do that sometime in the next couple of days. We've just got our tail gunner position on. And yeah, it's coming along. Now, tomorrow, let's see what the assembly instructions reckon, shall we? And, oh wow, guys. It's the first time I've that's not looking bad, you know. And then I go and smack it straight into the bloody camera. Nice one, big boy. Fortunately, it survived. Now, all right. So we got wings together, engine. Yeah, it's engines let go on. Next. No problemo. What follows that? Fence and cowlings. Jolly good. And then the wheels go in on. So do they want... Right, so they reckon on this to fully get all the wheels and everything in position and then put the wings on. Interesting. All right, if that's what they want. I wonder. There's my question answered. Where the aerial wires go. Zip, zip. There we go. All right. Cool. So tomorrow, what that means is tomorrow we'll be getting on to putting the engines in. We'll touch up the undercarriage of the, well, everywhere really. There's a few got one there. But we'll do the undercarriage and Boeing grey touch-ups. We will, while the engine's dry, and hopefully the engines will be sufficiently dry by the time we finish the Boeing grey touch-ups to maybe start putting the cowlings on. That will be the plan. Now, in the meantime, that is me done for today, kids. Thank you very much for watching. I do appreciate it. Now, it is time for me to trot out the old tried and tested line. Or if you're a first-time viewer out there, magic button, follow, like, or subscribe. Now, on other platforms, if you would like to track me down on other platforms, I'm Rob the Builder on Facebook and YouTube. I'm Robster the Builder on Instagram, Twitch, and Discord, and Rob the Builder and Food Monster on Twitter. And again, we come to those words. Follow, like, or subscribe. Whichever floats your boat, man. It's all good in the hood. Now, yeah, tomorrow, as I said, we'll get the engines on. We'll start touching up the paintwork so that hopefully now, today being Wednesday in Australia, if we get the engines on and we start touching up the paintwork, we can probably get most of the assembly done by the end of the week, maybe. See how we go. I would be very happy if we were to be able to finish the kit off in its entirety by the end of next week. I'd be stoked. Because then I could just knock off the Lavochkin, and then it's Mustangs and 109s. Yeah. Now, in the meantime, As I said, that is me done. Again, thank you for watching. And ultimately, all that's left for me to say is that I'll be back tomorrow. Same kit time, same kit channel. Thanks, David. Thank you. Glad you've enjoyed it. And I'll, thank you, Paul. And I'll catch all you good people tomorrow, hopefully. See yous.